Hello beautiful souls, and welcome to my channel, Roseology. So today's video is pretty self-explanatory. It is all about exclusive advice for your life path number. Now I meditated on each of the life path numbers energy from numbers 1 to 9. That's what we're focusing on today. So how you calculate your life path number is really quite simple. All you have to do is add up the entire date of your birthday, the month, day, and year. Now I have a link down below if you'd rather have a site calculate it for you. But my birthday, for instance, is May 18th, 1991. So if I wanted to calculate my life path number, I would add the month of May, which is 505, to the date, which is 18, and I would add that to the year, which is 1991. So to add these numbers together, 0 plus 5 is 5, add that to 18, which is 23, it reduces to 5, and then I add that 5 to 1991, which equals 1996, and I reduce those numbers until I get down to one single digit. 1 plus 9 plus 9 plus 6 equals 7, so I'm a life path 7, and that would be the pile that I choose, okay? Now I'm not going to be doing crystals or the sound selection here because we're focusing on your own life path number. Now if you are drawn to another pile, then that is completely up to you to select a different pile, as well as you could just pick a pile based on what a number that you see all the time. If you've been seeing like the number 333 lately, then maybe you want to check out the pile number 3, or if you've been seeing the number 888 lately, then maybe you want to check out pile number 8 or something like that, or maybe you've been seeing 1111, then maybe you want to check out pile number 1, even though you're a life path 6 or something like that. Okay, so you can do this that way too if you'd like to. So let's go ahead and get to the disclaimer here. So tarot, or at least my readings, are not meant to tell you anything that you do not know, as much as they are here to confirm the things that you do know but to have just forgotten. So if something doesn't resonate, then either that part of the message isn't meant for you, or you might not be ready to hear it. Tarot is going to reveal truths about our energetic frequencies, and we have to be ready and willing to hear those truths in order for these messages to resonate. Okay, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Now for those of you that want to participate in this meditation, let me just say, like I always do, that this is a general reading for the collective. So in order for this reading to resonate with you, you need to be synced into the energy of this reading. To help you do that and to help you select a pile with your third eye and not your physical ones, I'll be offering a 60-second meditation. So if you are drawn to another pile, then that's because there may be another message for you in that pile. So if you're ready, get into a relaxed position, become aware of your entire body, starting with your feet, working that awareness up in sections from the feet to the head. Take a deep breath in through your nose for around 5 seconds, hold that breath for 3 seconds, then exhale for 6 to 7 seconds. Then ask your guides, spirit, ancestors, the universe, or all of them to connect you to your higher self to receive this advice and guidance for your own life path number, okay? So this is pile number 1 for my life path number 1s. This is pile number 2 for my life path 2s or life path 11s. This is pile number 3 for my life path 3s, pile 4 for my life path 4s or life path 22s. This is pile number 5 for my life path number 5s, and this is pile 6 for my life path 6 or 33s. This is pile 7 for my life path 7s. This is pile 8 for my life path 8s, and this is pile 9 for my life path 9s. And this is all right, so hopefully that meditation was enough time for you to pick a pile and tap into your own psychic awareness. I want to take this time to thank your guides, my guides, our higher self, and beautiful spirit for these messages today. Now let's see what advice it is that your life path number wants to give to you today. All right, and pile number 1, welcome to your reading. So we're going to be starting off with your tarot cards before getting to your oracle cards to see what it is that your angels, ancestors, guides, what advice it is that they have for my life path number 1s. So let's go ahead and start off with your tarot cards, and we have here the very first card that we have is the card of Temperance. And then we have the Star in reverse. Okay. All right. So life path number 1s. For those of you dealing with a confusing, difficult, exhausting situation, something intense may have just happened. It could have been a breakup, a change, a death. It could have been something that you just went through that felt grueling in a sense, or it felt like you had to really adapt to this new normal. Whatever the situation is right now, this is for your highest good. And I say this because of the Temperance card here, and then we have the Star card. Okay, sorry you guys, just had to turn off my AC. So yeah, if you're dealing with anything sort of exhausting or grueling, or you felt like you had to really adapt to some sort of new normal, this is for your highest good. And I say this because of the Temperance card right here, which is the card of healing. He is the master alchemist. As you can see, all this angel is working with here is water in two chalices, 2 cups. He's pouring this water back into itself to transform it. So with every mix, there's this new concoction that he's breeding. And this is because he's so illuminated by his own journey. As you can see, his third eye is very illuminated here. It's almost like he's wearing a crown of light. And so he comes directly after the Death card. The Temperance card comes directly after the Death card to say that this major change or transformation that I was forced to go through has been for my metamorphosis. I have or am or will emerge stronger from this, wiser and more enlightened because of this. Whatever is happening in your life at the moment, pile 1, life path 1 is transforming you as well as your circumstances. And that's why life may feel stressed or complicated for you. The hardship or stress has come as a tool used to awaken you. So this is almost like an initiation into a higher level of understanding, empathy, and even consciousness. Temperance takes copper and spins it into gold. So you take your circumstances and don't let them overwhelm you or overtake you, because you have the inner power and the wisdom to transmute your own situation. As you can see here with the Temperance and both the Star card here, do not let this set you back or take away your power. Star card in reverse. The Star card comes directly after the Tower card, where she has to rebuild everything it is that she's lost, but she's only interested in building something that's authentic, that's real. That's why she is naked here, to show her new preference for authenticity and vulnerability. She's learned to value these things. She's learned to value her own essence, because that's all she's left with after losing so much. So the Star in reverse is telling you, life path 1, not to take this as a setback, whatever it is that you may be going through. This is a general reading, so take it as it resonates. But don't allow this moment or time in your life or a situation or crisis to steal your power away. Again, this card is saying you have the power to rebuild and transmute anything that you are going through right now. So call in your angels as well, pile 1. Specifically, your angels are coming through with this Temperance card here. If you need help or guidance as to what to do or how to do it, they will definitely teach you. They will definitely teach you. They almost want to teach you. Okay, so let's go on ahead and get to you guys' oracle cards here. Make sure I'm not saying anything else first. Oh, as well as water, pile 1. As you can see, water is really a theme in these 2 cards here for you. So there's something here about water, you working with water, maybe even something like drinking more water throughout your day. They say that it is healthiest for us to drink at least like half of our, or not at least, but to drink about half our weight in ounces for water per day. So like if you weigh let's say 100 pounds, then they say to try to get 50 ounces of water in per day. Or if you weigh 140 pounds, then they would recommend getting in something like 70 ounces per day or something like that. But, so maybe drinking some more water. Or if you live near a body of water, or if you've been feeling like I want to go visit a body of water like an ocean or a lake or a river or something like that, to really listen to that, as well as taking spiritual baths, spiritual showers. Even if you're not able to take a bath in your house, you can do something where it's like you have a spiritual shower. as well as what you can do, pile one. For those of you that if you can't take a spiritual bath, but you've been feeling like you need to immerse yourself in water, this always happens to me around the Scorpio moons because I'm a Taurus myself. So whenever the Scorpio moons come up, I always feel myself like needing to get around water and to be immersed in water. So one thing that I learned is that you can take like a little bowl, right? And you can pour some water in there, some tap water or filtered water, and you can bless the water, pray over it, say some words over it, put your intentions into it, fuse your intentions into it. Matters of fact, if you want to know how to bind your intentions to some sort of object, living or inanimate, anything like water, clothes, herbs, crystals, anything like that, I have a video linked down below for you guys to check that out if you want to know how to do that. But basically, you can take this filtered water, put your intentions into it, and what you can do is, put some herbs and essential oils in it if you want to, make sure that they're safe for you and all that. But yeah, you can bless this water, and what you can do is in the shower, you can take that bowl and pour it over yourself, pour it over your entire body, or you can take that bowl of water and like a sponge or something and rub it over your body, something like that, to spiritually cleanse yourself. But water for sure is a very huge thing for my life path ones right now, for sure. As well as too, something wants to say that your day, your time is coming. Your time is coming. I keep hearing your time is coming. Because right now things may feel kind of dark, but as you can see, the theme here in this Temperance card is illumination. Everything is illuminated, even in the Star card here, even though it's very dark what she's going through. And at night it's very dark. All we have is the stars, but the stars are sources of energy, power, illumination, awareness, insight, wisdom. They can actually upgrade our DNA. Pray to your angels as well. I just heard this. Pray to your angels as well and ask them as like you're meditating or sleeping or something like that to give you DNA upgrades. Okay, because they will definitely do that. If you call on them, your ancestors, angels, guides, they will definitely do that for you. Let's go on ahead and go over you guys' oracle cards here. We'll just go on ahead and start off with your health cards. And so the very first one that we have is, it says change physicians, and it says, dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for leading me to the best healer for the situation. Amen. So there may be you may need to do a little bit of shopping around to find a doctor for you, or a physician, or somebody that you're dealing with. I'm also picking up too that this might not be physical health. It could be something like a counselor, like if you're going to therapy or something. Shop around. Don't try to stick with someone. If you're not really resonating with them, shop around a little bit. Okay, that's what I'm picking up with the change physicians card. Then we have here sobriety. Okay. And so it says here, dear God and Archangel Raphael, thank you for adjusting my cravings in healthful directions so that I only desire life-affirming foods and beverages. Okay, so sobriety here. Sobriety is definitely saying to watch your intake of whatever is. That might be why I'm saying, that might be why the theme of water is here. Water is very healing. It purifies things, right? So for some of you with sobriety, it could just be something like, going on some sort of a detox. Maybe you're trying to detox your body from some sort of food or toxin or something like that. Sobriety doesn't always have to just deal with drugs and alcohol. We could be addicted to a plethora of things. I mean, it could be candy, it could be sweets. It doesn't just have to be drugs and alcohol. These really serious things. We all worship something. We all invest ourselves into something. Sometimes we don't do it in moderation. So yeah, for sobriety, a detox, because like I said, there is this theme of water here, and water is very purifying, it's very cleansing. So maybe up your water intake as well, pile one, to really help your body sort of flush out whatever it's trying to get rid of with the sobriety card. These two dragon cards here, your protection dragons. And so the very first one that we have here is white gold dragon from Lyra. Connects you to the highest Christ light. Develop your casual chakra. Bathe in ninth dimensional Christ light. Okay. White gold dragon from Lyra. The next one that we have here is the Alpha Dragon. Okay, and it says here, harness the divine masculine power of creation, destroy the old, visualize your dream, help to manifest a new world. Exactly. That's exactly what you're doing. Like I said, you're rebuilding. Like the Star card here, she rebuilds. So that's exactly what you're doing with this Alpha Dragon card, as well as with this White Gold Dragon from Lyra. As it says here, it connects you to the highest Christ light. So this dragon is all about illumination. This dragon is all about rebuilding. That's exactly what we picked up in your tarot cards down here. The next card that we have here is sensitivity. It says Archangel Anyo, I don't know. It says you are extra sensitive to energies and emotions right now. Honor yourself and your feelings. Yeah, for sure. Whatever it is that you're going through, especially if it's intense or something right now, you're just not, you just don't have the capacity to take on any extra stress or anything like that. So if there's anyone around that's kind of causing you some sort of stress or anxiety, they're not really putting you at ease or making you feel at peace, really try to stay away from that right now, because for my pile ones, you guys are going through so much of a metamorphosis and a change or a transformation. You're trying to rebuild. You're in the middle of rebuilding. You're in the middle of setting your life back up or moving from point A to point B, transitioning, that you don't have time for any of the petty drama, anything like that. Completely stay away from it with the sensitivity card here. The next card that we have here is Counselor, and it says, Archangel Azrael, you are a natural counselor. Many people benefit from your guidance and reassurance. Okay, so what you're going through right now, pile one, is all for you. It is for you, so that the way when you come out of the situation, or as you are coming out of the situation, you are learning so much, you're becoming so illuminated that you're going to be able to honestly guide people out of their own dark situations or difficult situations. So this isn't just for you. This is also for other people, what it is that you're going through. And this may be why it feels extra intense, is because it's not just for you. This is also something that you are being illuminated by, you're gaining wisdom and insight on, for other people. It could be for family, friends, future generations, any children it is that you may have. It could be for complete strangers. It could be some sort of business or something like that, like it says here, counselor. So but for sure what I'm picking up is that this is bigger than just you. You're also going to be able to help other people going through some sort of challenging situation, something like that. The next card that we have, look at this. We have chaos and conflict. So basically what I was picking up your entire reading with this Temperance and the Star card is for sure the fact that you guys may be going through something that feels chaotic. Yeah, you may be going through something that is chaotic right now, but the thing that I'm seeing here with this image is that it's starting to mellow out. The chaos and the conflict is really starting to mellow out, because your energy, life path one, pile one, your energy is very peaceful. It's this Temperance star energy where it's very peaceful, kind of likes to stay to itself almost and just illuminate from its own sort of safe place, illuminate from its own or not illuminate, but kind of like shine from its own kind of like comfort zone, so it's like you like to kind of stay in your own comfort space, your own lane, and sort of do your thing from there. But the thing is that there's some chaos and conflict surrounding you because a lot of your life is transforming right now. But I see a lot of it mellowing out for very many of my pile ones here. The thing is just to be patient with it, because the Temperance and the Star, they both require patience. They both require so much patience, because that is a part of the process. When it comes to healing and rebuilding, is patience, is understanding that, it may have taken only a few seconds for my life to go up in flames or for everything to change, but it's going to take time to rebuild if you want to rebuild it the right way, if you want to rebuild something that is stable. And I believe that that's exactly what many of my pile ones are looking for. So don't be worried about the chaos and conflict right now, because it is mellowing out. For sure it is mellowing out. And definitely call on your angels too. And the final card that we have here is Intuition. The energy of intuition supports our ability to conceive the subtle language of the realms beyond the three-dimensional reality. And this is your relationship card, and it says here Intuition. So whatever it is that you are picking up about your relationship intuitively, listen to it. The things is that you definitely want to know the difference between your intuition and anxiety, okay? So don't assume, don't jump to anything, don't jump to any sort of conclusions, but definitely listen to your intuition, because your intuition is really coming through right now. It's very strong in your personal relationships. And so the thing is that right now you may have the sauce or the answers as to how to fix a lot of people's issues in your life, relationships, friends, family members, things like that, romantic partners. You may have a lot of intuitive advice, counseling, things like that, to kind of help other people going through whatever it is that they may be going through in their life. Like I said, this is bigger than you. This is not just for you. What it is that you're going through is also going to be, you're also going to be able to apply these lessons to other people in your life to help them out of situations, to give them encouragement, to give them support and strength, because there are people around you that that really need it, especially with this white and this black dragon right here. I feel like there's kind of like this white and dark energy around you, and it's not like in a bad or a scary way. Do not take it that way, okay? Please don't take it that way. But I see this this temperance card right here. It's like you have two different types of energy sort of surrounding you, and that's why it feels kind of chaotic, the same way that a hurricane is. You know, like when a hurricane, when certain temperatures mix with other temperatures, when that really cold air mixes with that really warm air and it starts to spin. That's kind of what's happening here with your situation, pile one. But the thing is like I said, it's really mellowing out. And intuition is saying that you have the intuitive advice and counseling to be able to heal and help other people around you. And as you help other people around you, just like this temperance card, you're also helping yourself. Temperance is another card that also says, as within, so without, as above, so below. So whatever it is that you are doing and helping other people through in their life and in their situations, you're also helping it with you're also helping yourself to get through certain things. But definitely follow your intuition. If your intuition tells you like, I'm tired, I kind of need some space to myself to deal with my own things, listen to that intuition. Okay, so this is all that I'm seeing for my life path ones. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in. I pray this reading brought you guys love, support, clarity, and strength. Let me take this time to thank your guides, my guides, our higher self, amazing spirit, for these messages today. Hopefully you all come back to visit me sometime soon, but until next time, stay safe, stay blessed, and keep conquering the worlds. Bye guys. Right. Pile number 2, welcome to your reading. So we're going to be starting off with your tarot cards before getting to your oracle cards to see what advice it is that you have for your life path number here. Okay, so let's go ahead and check out your tarot cards, life path number 2. And the very first one that we have here is the 8 of Pentacles and the 5 of Pentacles. Okay. There's something that you need to step back from here. You taking a couple of steps back or pulling your energy out of something so it's not so immersed will do you a lot of good right now, life path 2, because the 8 of Pentacles, or life path 11, because the 8 of Pentacles here is the card of labor, work, persistence, as well as perfection. Because the 8 of Pentacles is the card of labor, work, persistence, as well as perfection. The more he works at something, the better his results are. But directly after this card, we have the 5 of Pentacles here, the card of scarcity, shortage, insufficiency. Both of these cards together are saying the more you put into this, whatever this may be, the more it takes from you without giving anything back. For some of you, this is a relationship. The more effort you put into it, the less this individual gives back to you, or the less they care, or the less they raise their own hand. This is your efforts being taken for granted or not being realized, acknowledged, or compensated. This could as well for sure be talking about finances. The harder you work, the less time you have with your family, or you're not being properly compensated for the work that you do. You know, there's some sort of like payoff here that's not very, it's not worth it. Like it's not equal. So the advice here, life path 2 or 11, is to remove yourself from this equation a bit. Give this person or situation the space and time to miss you and to realize how much they need or rely or depend on you. But this other party is not going to realize this if you keep giving and they keep taking. So pull back to restore some more of your value and to put it into your goals, your dreams, your future, and projects. Because wherever your energy is going in a particular area of your life, it's like this bottomless pit. And, you know, this could as well be health, you know, like the harder I work, the harder I work out, or the more strict that my diet is, the less weight that I lose. It's like the more that you try, the less the results. So pull back, pile 2, so you don't end up deficient and unable to give to yourself. Take some time off of work too, I just heard. If you can take some time off, pile 2. You're being worked too hard. You're going too hard at something that won't properly compensate you. And this isn't fair. This isn't right. And so you're being guided right now. You're being advised right now to sort of pull back. Okay. And chances are you're going to know what this is. Okay. Because like I said, you're being worked to the bone. You're being worked a lot. So like I said, chances are you're going to know exactly what this is. Okay. So let's go ahead and check out you guys' oracle cards here to see what other advice we have for your life path number. My life path 2s, life paths 11s. So, you know, we're just going to flip them all over and just go with it. So the very first one that we have here is connection, and this is your relationship card, and it says here, the frequency of connection supports our ability to find alignment and resonance with others, things, and ideas. Yeah. Okay. The next card that we have here is You Know What to Do, Archangel Uriel. Trust your inner knowledge and act upon it without delay. Okay. Makes a lot of sense. The next card that we have here is Career Transition, Archangel Chamuel. Your life purpose is triggering a blessed career change. Okay. That makes a lot of sense with these two cards down here, what we were kind of talking about, but I'll get to this in a second. The next card that we have here, these two cards are your dragon cards, and we have Air and Fire Dragon, expands your creative energies, harness your creativity, excitement, and enthusiasm, communicate your passion. Okay, so you may have a lot of air or fire in your chart, dominating your chart, and this would be for the air signs Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, and for the fire signs Leo, Sagittarius, as well as Aries. So you may have a lot of that energy in your chart. Then we have here Thor's red, black, and gold dragon. Ooh, it says protects you in times of change. Exactly. A time of rapid transition and transformation. Relax, you are safe. Yes, this is exactly what what I was picking up on, reading your cards down here. The next two that we have are your health cards. It says easy does it. Like I was saying, you guys, like I was saying, take some time off if you can. Pull back a little bit. It says easy does it. Dear Archangel Raphael, please help me detach, retreat, and let go so that healing can occur. Yeah, exactly. The next card that we have here is Stretch. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for staying by my side and motivating me to take excellent care of myself in all ways. Okay. And then we have here the final card, Clean It Up. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and start off with Clean It Up. So this is really weird, but what's coming through right now is some of you have been working your ass off at gaining someone's approval, attention, or forgiveness. Or you may be in a situation where you are trying to manage or clean up someone else's life or problems. And this card is saying pull back and remove yourself from the first person point of view here so you can see things with a little more space and distance. You need some time off or away to really contemplate if the effort is worth the reward and if that reward is even coming. So have a conversation. If this is someone that you are dealing with, talk to them about it. Like if you are trying to gain someone's forgiveness or trust, make everything very clear by asking them what it will take for you to prove yourself to them. Make them lay it out very clearly, because something or someone may be enjoying all this effort that you're putting in, and they might not be aware as to how much you're doing or have done, or that they need to give some back. So make it very clear, clean that up. Moving on to career transition. And you know what to do. So some of you are in the middle of changing work, and this may be why you are working so hard or trying to prove yourself to someone so much, because you're new and you want to establish that rapport. But just make sure that they can see and that they can see your efforts and that they know your efforts. You know what to do all day is saying follow your intuition pile to that inner guidance or that small voice or feeling. It'll be small and subtle, but really listen to it, okay? And moving on to Thor's red, black, and gold dragon, and as well as the air and fire dragon here. So again, we have another card here from a different deck talking about transitioning and changing again for the third time. And the air dragon here reminds me of the Clean It Up card, using communication to prevent feeling overworked and or undervalued. No more of this taken for granted feeling or being taken advantage of something. Something here really does not like that for you and is saying, do not let this happen to yourself. Do not let this happen. You deserve to be compensated. You deserve to be acknowledged. You deserve to be recognized for everything it is that you're doing. So especially if this is like in your personal relationships, make sure that you're making it very known that it's like, you know what, I feel like I'm not being appreciated here, and I do a lot, and I just want to know that you're grateful, that you have some sort of gratitude for the things that I'm doing. Make sure that you say that, especially if this is like kind of like in your family, like an in-law or something like that, or you're helping someone out and they don't even say thank you or something like that. Like a simple damn thank you can really kind of turn this whole situation around if you're dealing with something like that. I know I'm like that personally. It's like, listen, if I do something for you, I'm not looking for anything back besides a damn thank you. Like that's the least that you can do, you know? So that's just me personally. But yeah, so, you know, make sure that you are making that clear and saying that. And then connection. Going back to this connection card here, this is your relationship card, and it is saying for some of my life path 2s or life path 11s, there may have been someone that you just met or are with now, but there's a strong connection here as well, where they get you, they feel you in a different way, they resonate with your frequency. There's someone in your life or coming to your life that will feel equal to you. They will see you or feel you. They won't take advantage of you, your efforts in your heart. They'll appreciate it. So this could also be referring to a work situation, coming into alignment or connection with a better work environment or coworkers, which is really, really amazing for you, my pile 2s, because you guys deserve it. You know, you're putting in so much work. You deserve to have something back. Okay, so this is all that I'm seeing for my life path 2s or life paths 11s. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in. I do pray this reading brought you guys some love, support, clarity, and strength. Let me take this time to thank your guides, my guides, our higher self. And it is 10:10 right now. Let me just say that. But let me thank your guides, my guides, our higher self, amazing spirit for these messages. Hopefully you all come back to visit me sometime soon. Until next time, stay safe, stay blessed, and keep conquering the world. Bye, guys. All right, in pile number 3 or life path number 3, welcome to your reading. So we're going to be starting off with your tarot cards before getting to your oracle cards to see what advice it is for your life path number right now. So let's go ahead and take a look. And so the very first tarot card that we have here is the 2 of Wands. And then the King of Swords in reverse. Okay. And it is also 12:12 right now on my clock. Just wanted to put that out there. Okay, so what I'm picking up here, life path 3, is you're planning for something soon. And the advice here is don't get too much in your head about this future plan, project, or idea. Your guides want you to just trust the vision and don't get too caught up in how things are going to come together. Right now, they want you to enjoy and to fall in love with the process of creating, dreaming, planning, getting excited for the development of this. 2 of Wands starts out from the Ace of Wands, where this miracle moment happens and this arm sort of reaches out of the sky to hand over this wand. All the aces are cards of divine intervention because this is the cosmos and spirit intervening to impart with us some knowledge or strength or a passion. In this case, the Ace of Wands is giving the gift of a vision, an idea, dream that feels so strongly connected to you that it sticks and it's all you can see or think of. That's what leads us to the 2 of Wands, where he's planning, preparing, and pouring himself into this vision to see how far he needs to go to bring it to fruition. So this is the early stage of realizing a dream. Some of you are going into this project or business or future with a partner as well. And I know there's only one person in this card right here with the 2 of Wands, but I see 2 people. This other person coming in for you, whether they work on this vision with you or not, will keep you motivated in reaching for your dream. They'll help you to see how much potential you have, pile 3 or life path 3. This will keep you from falling back into your logic that challenges your questions and your dreams, because my life path 3s, you guys struggle between the heart and the mind. There's a very clear struggle here happening between desire and realism. And it's good to be a realist, but don't let that side of you kill your dream, because your dream is your child, just like logic is your child. Your dreams is a child that is born of the heart, and your logic is your child that is born of your mind. So don't let them go to war with each other, because you need the both of them to be able to see this through and to stay grounded. Okay, so it's really important that you don't go to war with your heart and your mind. It's really important to sort of integrate them, to get them to sort of couple with each other, so that the way that they're supporting each other versus going at each other. Okay, let's go ahead and check out you guys' oracle cards here to see what it is that we have going on, and we'll just go on ahead and turn all of these around. Let's just start with these. So the very first one that we have here is clairaudience, and it says Archangel Zadkiel. Notice the loving guidance you hear inside your mind or from other people. Yeah, okay, that's okay. Wow, okay. The next one that we have here is leadership, Archangel Gabriel. It is time for you to assume your leadership power and position and lovingly guide others. Exactly, pile 3. The next 2 cards that we have here is Rose Pink Dragon. Prepares your heart to connect with the higher facets of the cosmic heart. Like I was just talking about, there's a war, almost like a struggle here between your heart and your mind. So it's interesting you got the Heart Dragon, Rose Pink Dragon. And it says open your heart to warm-hearted love and diamond light. Connect with the love of the universe, okay? And then we have here Sunshine Yellow Dragon, and it says, helps you to help animals, serve animals, heal, respect, and understand them. Okay. Interesting little side note. Then the next two cards that we have are your health cards, and it says, have faith. Exactly, pile 3. Have faith. Dear Jesus and Archangel Raphael, thank you for boosting my faith so that I may trust in miracles. Exactly. And then we have here children, and it says, dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for helping me to help children. Okay. Then we have here round and round. Very, very interesting. And the final card that we have is your relationship card here, and it says abundance. But we have the card of abundance, pile 3. It says the energy of abundance activates our ability to manifest the wealth we need and the sense of fulfillment that comes from a heart and soul that are overflowing with love and gratitude. Beautiful. Okay. All right. I want to dive straight into this because I've already pretty much figured out what's up here. Okay. So let's start off with have faith in children. So both of these cards here want to connect you back to your inner child that never stopped dreaming and reaching for those stars. Your guides want you to feel that rush of excitement and faith in yourself, because kids, you know how kids don't just dream. That's the thing about the word dream. You know, it's almost like it's a separate entity from reality. Usually when we say it's a dream, it sort of denotes our ability to get it done because it's not in alignment with reality. But kids know how to marry dreams to the self and to reality. They don't see their goals as impossible. They don't see a dream as a dream. They see reality as malleable, bendable, adaptable. A kid looks around and says, well, why can't I become president or a Grammy Award-winning artist or the next Monet? You know, they don't see the difference between themselves and legends. They don't see the difference between a dream and reality. So this is really beautiful here, where your guides are really wanting you to focus back on your inner child, because it's our inner child that really believes in all of ourselves. And there's a lot of power there. Moving on to round and round here. So this is saying, don't fall back into that cycle of seeing a dream, feeling inspired and excited, but allowing that logic to talk you out of it, or allowing insecurities to set in. Don't fear failure either, pile 3, because failure is a part of success. Interestingly enough, many successful people all have one thing in common, and that is that success is not as graceful as we think it is. It is much more grueling than people let on, so do not fear it. Matter of fact, don't see setbacks as failures. See them as steps to take to get to the next chapter. Sometimes the steps to success are not in a straight line. Sometimes they go round and round and they look as though you're going backwards, but you're not. So don't tell yourself that success has to be a straight line when it doesn't, when it clearly doesn't have to be. Sometimes you're going to end up over here or over there, but it's all ending you up in the same place or destination. Okay. And then moving on here to leadership and clear audience. So with leadership, this is confirmation that some of you are going into business with a partner, and you will need to lead or take lead with some things, whatever your strong suit may be, or you may be entering into some sort of field where you have workers that you have to manage, or an office to run, or more responsibilities than others. So you will be required to really push yourself to your potential so you can assume that role of a leader. Let me also say this, pile 3, for this leadership card to come up, you are a natural born leader. That's why you've been given the vision or goal or dream. I used to say when I first started out my channel all the time that a dream is a divinely appointed vision given to you and only you, because you are the only one capable to see it to fruition. So leadership and clear audience is saying, again, you will be guided, but not just by logic with this King of Swords here, but also intuition and advice that you cannot explain. You will know how to do things without learning how to do them. You have natural gifts that you weren't taught, but somehow you know them. This is your guides in your past lives coming in to assist you, and they're pouring a lot of their gifts and skills into you. And that's where this dream is coming from. You are having this dream like a child because deep down inside somewhere, you cannot see the difference between this dream and your reality either. You know it is meant for you to pursue and also to achieve. And then moving on here to rose pink dragon and sunshine yellow dragon. So yes, the heart coming through again, saying to follow me. And sunshine yellow dragon sounds like my pile 3s or my life path 3s have a seriously close connection to animals. So call on your animals as well. Call on your spirit animals for assistance, since they're coming through so strongly, saying, hey, don't forget about us because we've got your back too. And abundance over here. This is what you're working with, pile 2. You're working with abundance, and this is also what you're working towards as well. So don't stop, pile 3, because you have a lot in store for you that's coming to you. And so this is advice for your, this is the advice. This is the advice for your life path number 3. But yeah, this is all that I'm saying. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in. I do pray this reading brought you guys some love, support, clarity, and strength. Let me take this time to thank your guides, my guides, our higher self, amazing spirit, for these messages today. Hope you all come back to visit me sometime soon. Until next time, stay safe, stay blessed, and keep conquering the world. Bye, guys. All right, and pile number 4, welcome to your reading. So we're going to be starting off with your tarot cards before getting to your oracle cards to see what your advice is for your life path number 4. So let's go on ahead, or as well as if you are a life path number 22, then this is your reading, okay? So let's go on ahead and check out you guys' tarot cards here. And the very first one that we have is Temperance. And then the 10 of Cups in reverse. All right, pile 4. So some of you may be going through a situation within your family, either not getting along or there's something with health coming up as well, possibly. But in terms of relationships and connection, that is being mended. I see a realization coming in where people come together as family because you need to be a unit right now, or you need to support each other through something. So I'm seeing you guys come together or band together almost for extra support. There's another element here too with you doing a lot of inner work on yourself, and through you going on this conscious journey, pile 4, it's healing and it's mending relationships that were once very close to you without you having to do much. The word that keeps popping up is mending. This Temperance angel is even working with 2 cups, and then we have the 10 of Cups here in reverse. So I see a realization though that whatever caused a split or rupture in your family or close relationships is not worth not being in each other's lives. Someone here in this pile may have recently also experienced like a bad accident, maybe even like a near-death accident, or have been in an accident. Something happened that's put everything into perspective. It's like in that moment, or you may know someone that was recently involved in an accident. Something may have hit kind of close to home and really put everything into perspective. It's like in that moment where things happened, all you or this other person could think about, or all they wanted was to be back in each other's lives. There's this feeling of someone really wanting everything to go back to normal, like them saying, I just want it to be like old times. But they had to see what it was like to be without. They had to see the grass wasn't greener elsewhere. They had to see that they didn't have it all figured out either, or that there was trust here. It's like whatever someone thought they'd go out and find in the world, they're realizing I already had it here. And so there's this beautiful mend that I'm picking up with my pile 4s, and it's a new appreciation. And for those of you currently alone, you're being healed of that feeling of emptiness or loneliness, that hope or want to have someone in your life that you can trust and that makes you feel safe and good. I see you being relieved of that need, where you instead discover a way of filling that missing piece on your own until it comes into your life. But I do see for very many of my pile 4s, people coming into your life, especially like I said, if you are alone at the time, okay? So the advice here is to remain open, keep your heart open. Don't close it off with grudges or pain or resentment or fear or hurt. Don't close off your heart, because there is something that is trying to come in to fill up that empty sort of space here, okay? So keep your heart open. That's the biggest piece of advice here for my life path 4s or my life paths 22s, okay? So let's go ahead and check out you guys' oracle cards here, see what else it is that we're seeing. And so yeah, we'll start off with these ones. So the very first one that we have here is Earth and Water Dragon, and it says creates the foundation for new growth. Wow, a fresh start is coming. Exactly. With new opportunities, nurture your ideas and harvest the abundance. Exactly like I was saying. And then we have here the next card, Royal Blue and Gold Dragon, strengthens you to stand in your power with wisdom. Awaken to your own majesty. Wear your cloak for power with pride. Beautiful. Beautiful. I love that. The next one that we have here is Spread your wings. And it says, Archangel Ariel, do not hold back right now. The timing is perfect and you are ready to soar. Okay. Beautiful. And then we have here a chakra clearing, and it says, Archangel Metatron, call upon me to clear and open your chakras using sacred geometric shapes. Okay. So some of you may also have been seeing shapes, something like that. You may do sigil magic as well for this card to pop up. And let's see, your health cards that we have here is Unconditional Joy, beautiful. And it says, Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for helping me appreciate everything that makes me happy right now. Exactly. And then we have here detoxification. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for clearing up my body, mind, and life so that I may happily and healthfully live free of chemicals. Okay. Then we have here a leg up. And we have authenticity. The energy of authenticity supports our choice to be genuine and truthful in all aspects of our lives, with others as well as with ourselves. And this is your relationship card here, okay? So, very, very interesting. Okay, so we're going to start off with the Earth and Water Dragon and the Royal Blue and Gold Dragon. So, a fresh start is definitely coming. So whether it's with this old relationship or someone else, someone new, there is a new beginning on the horizon for my pile 4s, my life path 4s and 22s. You may as well have a lot of earth or water energy that dominates your natal chart, your astrological chart. So this would be the signs of Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So there's new seeds being planted, in other words. That's why you may feel without right now, because the universe needed that space to plant something great in your life. Royal Blue and Gold Dragon sounds and looks a lot like Temperance as well, who is shining in the light of his own wisdom and enlightenment. So there's a level of power coming to you through this loss or feeling of emptiness. Moving on to detoxification and unconditional joy. So detoxing is like shedding, purifying, cleansing. So again, there's this notion of something being removed so something else can come in. When we detox, we're doing it to remove toxins from our system so it can operate better and so we can feed our body healthier substances. So something is being removed so joy can come in. Joy is like a healthy substance or a vitamin that revitalizes our spiritual system, our spiritual body. This is what is happening for you. And then moving on here to chakra clearing and spread your wings. So don't be afraid, pile 4. Fall into this change or emptiness, because as I said earlier, you won't be empty for long. Something is coming to replenish itself. Chakra clearing, again, we have another card from another deck alluding to cleansing or clearing of something, that the way something else can come in. And I believe everything is being cleansed for you to give you this leg up, as well as to bring you authenticity, real genuine people, connections, relationships, opportunities, and energies that you can really rely on and trust in. Life path 4 or 22. Yeah, this is really beautiful what's happening. Again, it's like this motion or cycle of cleansing something out, clearing something out to bring something much better, much more healthy into your life, into your space, into your environment, which is so beautiful. And I'm really excited for you guys because it looks like a very bright future for you guys coming very soon here. This is a timeless reading, but whenever you're seeing it, expect something good to be coming in, especially if you've just recently sort of lost something, okay? So this is all that I'm seeing for my life path 4s or 22s. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in. I do pray that this reading brought you guys some love, support, clarity, and strength. Let me take this time to thank your guides, my guides, our higher self, amazing spirit, for these messages today. Hopefully you all come back to visit me sometime soon, but until next time, stay safe, stay blessed, and keep conquering the world. Bye, guys. All right, life path number 5. Welcome to your reading. So we're going to be starting off with your tarot cards before getting to your oracle cards to see what advice it is that we have for your life path number today. So let's go ahead and get started. The very first card that we have here is the King of Pentacles, and then the 5 of Swords in reverse. Okay. All right, life path 5. So I see you gaining the upper hand over someone or a situation. And this has been a long time coming, but it's coming if it's not here already. But there's some sort of test, and your guides and angels don't want you to respond or to react like normal. They want you to, even if you are bothered, they want you to react as if something is not affecting you. I don't know why here, but they really want you to hold back on, oh, okay, They don't want you to give into it. Whatever this is, they don't want you to give into it or to fall for it, to give your energy to the situation or individual, because it's a really slippery slope. Once you take the bait, that one word response will turn into like an hour-long conversation or a month-long fight, or this feeling of resentment, or it's going to be like a major hit to your esteem or something like that, because maybe somebody says something out of anger. And all of these outcomes, they really drain you. Maybe not this other party or situation, maybe they don't get drained or exhausted from this type of drama, but it drains you because you prefer to collect your money, to collect your coin, and to sit back in peace enjoying the fruits of your labor. That's just your energy. That's your essence. So someone or something may be trying to get under your skin just simply to see a reaction out of you, because they want a reaction out of you. They want this attention, and they don't know any other way to get it from you, because usually you're this King of Pentacles right here. You're this King of Pentacles energy, stoic, poised, put together, focused. They want to throw you off that focus, and it's not because they're after you. They're afraid of being left by you. They're afraid that you won't need them or want them. They're scared of you moving on, so they may try to get under your skin from time to time because they want to know that you care enough to get bothered by them. What the fuck? This is crazy. This is twisted. This is a little bit twisted here. This person or situation is dealing with some personal demons that have nothing to do with you, but you are the bullseye right now. Unfortunately, the reason I feel this is another person separate from you is because of this King of Pentacles. This King of Pentacles is nothing like the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords thinks winning means propping up their ego or dominating and oppressing others. The King of Pentacles has a lot of wisdom. He's patient, he's flexible, and he works with others. He knows he's a king, so he doesn't get bothered by others' movements or success or existence the way that the Five of Swords does. Everything bothers the Five of Swords because he has a very fragile ego, but he is blinded by it. His ego has him trapped in a cycle of winning an argument or, fight, but losing his pride or morals in the process. So this King of Pentacles knows how to keep these things intact while pursuing this level of success. Another thing I just heard, Life Path 5, is move more quietly. Don't tell everyone what your plans are or what's going on, what you're up to. Keep some things to yourself. Chances are you've already heard this guidance or have felt like maybe I shouldn't say this, or maybe I shouldn't tell them about that. Maybe I should keep this to myself. Listen to that guidance right there. It'll save you down the road from this energy that's looking for a fight or an argument or problems. They won't be able to attack what you've got going on because they won't know about it. Meanwhile, you're making all these moves and no one knows. So this gives your dreams and moves time to take root and to grow, which is really, really good. And that's exactly what the kind of atmosphere that you want to sort of plant your seeds into, okay? So let's go ahead and check out you guys' oracle cards, see what else it is that we have going on. I'm just going to flip them all over. This is your relationship card, and we have here friendship. So for some of you, this is definitely someone that you know. This is like I was saying, this is a person separate from you, because this is your relationship card, and it says here, the energy of friendship supports our intrinsic desire for connection with others based on mutual affection and appreciation, okay? Then it says here, these are your dragon cards, these two cards, your dragon protection dragons. And it says here, Emerald Dragon brings in healing and cosmic abundance. Good fortune is coming. Let your thoughts support your divine perfection. Align with your fifth dimensional blueprint. Beautiful. Okay. The next card that we have here is Black Dragon from Saturn, and it says, brings you wisdom through spiritual discipline. Okay. That's why, okay. Yeah, it says concentrate, focus on your ultimate vision. Exactly. Congratulate yourself. You have passed a test. It's a test. It's a test. This is a test. That's why they're saying don't say anything. Act like you're unbothered. Keep your mouth shut. That's why they don't want you to respond. The next two cards that we have here, look at this. Overcoming difficulties. Archangel Jeremiel. The worst is now behind you and you are surmounting any previous challenges. Beautiful. Put that up here. And then we have all is well. Archangel Jeremiel again. Everything is happening exactly as it is supposed to, with hidden blessings that you will soon understand. Okay. So yeah, it's hidden blessings that it'll all make sense. It'll all make sense. The next card that we have, look at this. Laughter is the best medicine. You guys, I don't pick these damn cards, but I don't flip the cards, and yes, so this is wild. It says laughter is the best medicine. It says, dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for reminding me to detach and find the humor and irony within every human drama. So That's crazy. They just want you to laugh about this. They just want you to laugh about this. They want you to act unbothered. They want you to act as though like this isn't bothering you, or to genuinely just laugh it off right now. Just genuinely laugh it off. Next card that we have, look, stay positive. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for helping me be optimistic and take the appropriate action steps to support my health. I promise you guys I do not pick these cards. They just all came out like this. And then the final card that we have here is building blocks. And it says, or it doesn't say anything, but yeah, we've got building blocks. Okay. So starting off with stay positive and laughter is the best medicine. So exactly like I said, try your damnedest to stay out of this confusion or issue, whatever it is. These cards are confirming again what your guide said, to pretend like it's not getting to you. Ignore whoever this is and focus your energy on you. Find something that's going to keep you excited about your future. That the way, whenever this person or situation starts acting out and showing their ass, go back to thinking about what you want or are working towards right now. Now, these cards aren't saying to keep your mouth closed forever or don't address everything. So let me clarify. They're saying that you will know. I feel like this is important to say. You will know when this person is trying to get under your skin versus someone is just trying to have a conversation. Someone flipping you off on the side of the road, for instance, is not worth chasing them down and, forcing them to apologize or something like that. Like, they're just ignorant. Just let them go be in their own ignorance. You can tell the difference between hate or cruelty and criticism versus opinion. If it's jealousy, you're going to be able to detect that frequency. And when you do not give your energy to it. So I felt like that was very important for me to clarify. Okay, moving on to all is well and overcoming difficulties. So again, these two cards are coming through to say stay positive, all is well. Your angels, guides, ancestors, spirit in the universe are handling this for you. But this is all about you overcoming complications and issues that are not worthy of your time or energy. And then we have here a black dragon from Saturn, an emerald dragon. So this black dragon from Saturn is talking all about karma. Karma is on your side, pile 5, life path number 5. Spiritual discipline is again saying don't respond or say anything back. It may be very difficult for you to bite your tongue. You may be somebody that is very, you're used to really kind of coming back. Maybe you normally have something to sort of hit back with when it comes to talking or, hitting somebody back with some sort of response. But what you're learning right now, what your guides and ancestors are really teaching you right now is how to not respond to every little thing, how to not give your energy to every little thing. Not every person needs to be put in their place. Not every sort of comment deserves your acknowledgement. You need to sit in your kingship on your throne. The King of Pentacles does not respond to everything. Somebody that is a king or queen does not respond to every little thing because they are so above it. So sometimes you just have to let people talk and be their basic selves that they are. Let them be their basic selves that they are and let them talk. Meanwhile, you're regal. You are regality. You are regal. You are royalty. So sit on your throne and be above the bullshit. Okay, so, so it may be difficult for you to bite your tongue, but do it and watch what happens. Watch how you get rewarded with this Emerald Dragon card over here that says it's bringing in healing and cosmic abundance and building blocks. So this is a step in the right direction for you, Life Path 5. There's something that you're learning with the situation, the way that the King of Pentacles had to go through the entire suit of Pentacles and to learn a lot of lessons before getting here to this point where he is the King of Pentacles. You are on your way to this king status, but it's going to take spiritual discipline. For my pile 5s, that will be the test for you, is overcoming this. But you will be greatly rewarded, as well as when it comes to business, pile 5, keep your emotions out of it. If you work with a partner, you may have to be the more logical one, but keep emotions out of the business and remember that it is business first and foremost, always. Okay? And if things are just kind of a little bit wonky, you can't really get it together, then remove yourself from this business. If it's something with business going on here. And friendship back here, like I was saying, for some of you this is friends that are acting out or being a bit difficult, but you don't have to worry about this because it's all going to get solved and fixed without you even having to lift a finger. You don't have to do any of this at all. All you have to do is sit back and allow things to get taken care of because this is spiritual discipline for you, so you get rewarded. Okay, so don't block your own blessings by responding. Try to not respond. I know how difficult it is because I've got a mouth on me too. I've got a bad temper. I've had to really learn how to really kind of calm that down throughout my spiritual journey. But yeah, for sure. there's a lot of blessings that comes when we keep our mouths shut and we don't respond to every little thing. We really do elevate our own position, okay? So you guys are on your way to this king status, to this royal status. So don't allow anything to knock you off of your throne, okay? So this is all that I'm seeing for my pile number 5s, my life path 5s. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in. I do pray that this reading brought you guys love, support, clarity, and strength. I want to thank your guides, my guides, our higher self, amazing spirit for these messages today. Hope you all come back to visit me sometime soon. But until next time, stay safe, stay blessed, and keep conquering the worlds. Bye, guys. All right, and pile number 6, life path 6. Welcome to your reading, or my life path 33s. If you go by your life path number that way, welcome to your reading. So we're going to be starting off with your tarot cards before getting to your oracle cards to see what it is that the advice is for your life path number. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So the very first card that we have here is the High Priestess in reverse, and then the Star also in reverse. Okay, so you're in a precarious position right now. You're not sure if you should go or stay. Say it or keep your mouth closed. Should you do this or do that? Because there's a pro and con with every direction that you look in. It feels wrong and right everywhere. Then there's this feeling of, if I decide this, I could hurt someone else or let them down, and not wanting to do that. So the pressure of trying to do the right thing feels even heavier and is piling onto the illusion of there's so much to lose or there's so much at stake. This anxiety or fear of choosing wrong is weakening your connection to your high priestess and your intuition. So the advice here, pile 6, is stop moving. That's how you plug back into your inner high priestess, who is your inner wisdom and insight. She's the place that holds all the answers, but it's hard to hear her when we are feeling pressured or anxious or afraid or stressed. So she's saying stop moving. Stop trying to make a decision. Stop trying to decide or calculate the right answer or choice. That's what the Star card is doing here in reverse. The Star card in tarot comes directly after the Tower card. And the Tower is the card of destruction, ending, change. There's a lot of ruin after the Tower comes crashing down. And the only one with the power, insight, and faith to rebuild is the Star. That's why she's in the process of standing back up to prepare for the grueling task of rebuilding. She knows what's to come. So she's taking the time to pause, reflect, and replenish herself. And that's why she's kneeling down near water. Water is very replenishing. So your guides are saying you haven't properly replenished yourself to be ready to get back to the task of making a decision. You need more time to reflect. That the way you can hear from her, your high priestess right here, and the rest of your angels, guides, and ancestors that are really looking to advise you. So take some time to relax, to breathe, and to just be. They want you to step away from the task right now, as irresponsible, delinquent, or neglectful that may feel or sound to you. They want you to find a way to detach or disconnect from what has so much of your focus right now, that the way you can hear clearly. It's like your spiritual ears are kind of closed or cut off right now because so much focus or energy of yours is being put elsewhere. So they want you to put your energy nowhere. Take time, take some time to breathe and to just be. That's when they're going to start coming back to you with a lot of messages. Even if it's just 5 minutes a day or one whole day of doing nothing, they really want that for you, okay? Life path 6. So let's go on ahead and move on to you guys' oracle cards here. See what other advice it is that we are picking up for you guys. And so the very first card, we're just going to flip them all over. This is your relationship card, and it says here, time. And it says, the energy of time supports our understanding of the relativity of time and our capacity to be present in the moment. By the way, I just saw the number 333 on my clock here. Okay. The next card that we have here is moon cycles. Interesting. The high priestess is ruled by the moon, you guys. And it says, Archangel Haniel, I think I'm saying that right. Notice how the moon affects your energy and manifestations, and capitalize upon these cycles. Exactly. You're in a cycle right now where right now you need to be down, and you need to respect that time or that part of your cycle where it's like, okay, I can't really move right now or go right now. I need to kind of sit back. So respect that cycle. We'll get into that in a minute though. The next one that we have here, look at this. Beautiful. Gifts from God. Archangel Sandalphon, we angels bring you gifts from your creator. Open your arms to receive. Beautiful. Then we have here, so look at that. Again, we have another card kind of alluding to the moon here. Moon cycles, high priestess, and then silver lunar dragon bathes you in divine feminine light. Come into balance and practice peace, harmony, and cooperation. Expand your casual chakra. Okay, so again, more moon energy. And then we have here crystal yellow dragon. It says opens you to higher learning and wisdom. Expand your crown chakra for illumination. Walk the higher spiritual path. Okay. Then for your health cards, we have consult a nutritionist, and it says, Dear Archangel Raphael, I turn my eating over to you and ask you to guide me to foods and beverages that taste good, are fulfilling, and support my ideal health and weight. Okay. And then we have sunlight. Interesting. And so it says, Dear Archangel Raphael, please help me enjoy the benefits of sunshine in safe and healthy ways. Okay. And then the final card that we have here, not for you. Okay. So let's start off with moon cycles and gifts from God. So moon cycles is saying everything moves in cycles, nothing is stationary. And the high priestess, like I mentioned earlier, is ruled by the moon. So work with the moon, pile 6. You have a very close connection to the night, as well as to the moon and the stars, because they're all present here, as well as even the sunlight. So anything that kind of like illuminates things, but as well as there's something about the night here for sure. But yeah, so, and for this card to come out from a completely different deck, talking about moon cycles and manifestations, this is saying that you have a strong connection to the moon and the nighttime. You may do many of your rituals at night or manifestations. You may stay up all night. It may be easy for you to stay up all night versus like getting up early in the morning, as well as take an hour before bed. What I'm picking up here, take an hour before bed to wind down. That the way you aren't lying in bed with your thoughts racing, because it's also affecting you in your dream state. To have effective communication with your guides when you drift off to sleep, that's a very important moment, because that's the frequency that we are crossing, that threshold or doorway into communicating with the spirit realm. So try to take an hour or half an hour before bed to prepare and to relax. So when you fall asleep, the frequency that you're entering into is more calm and clear, because they're trying to give you some gifts here from God with this gifts from God card, and silver lunar dragon, crystal yellow dragon. So again, another card from a different deck alluding to the night sky and the moon. No, I do not pick these cards. I promise you guys that. They just came out this way from different decks, okay? But yeah, if you have anything silver, like jewelry, trinkets, decor, money, crystals, anything with that color, I feel that this is your power color, pile 6, as well as feminine energy is coming to you to bring you wisdom as well. With this crystal yellow dragon card, this yellow dragon also kind of looks like the star card right here, with this one yellow star right here surrounded by these other silver stars, as you can see, which is really interesting. And this silver or this yellow star right here looks like to be the biggest, brightest star. And so we have this crystal yellow dragon as well as sunlight, and the sun is a very bright yellow star. So the nighttime is your power time, pile 6. Be careful of your night routine, because it has a lot to do with what kind of messages that you receive at night in your dreams. Okay, and sunlight and consult a nutritionist. Get some sun and some vitamin D in your system, as well as vegetables, foods that have been touched or kissed by the sun. Eat more of these things, because your body wants to be fueled by the energy of the sun. So sunlight, sunbathing is a great way to get that energy, as well as vegetables and fruits. So consult a nutritionist. Some of you have been already looking into your diet or have been trying to incorporate more vegetables or maybe whole foods. So keep on that track. And if you need to, definitely look into some sort of nutritionist or some books and blogs. Getting into nutrition may be something that you're really interested in right now. And then this not for you card here. So this is a specific message. Some of you came here with a specific question, and this is your answer, pile 6. Anytime I see this card, I know it's more personal than I could ever go, being that this is a general reading and I don't come across these types of cards a lot. But some cards don't want or ask to be interpreted because their messages are so personal. So if you had a question coming to this reading today, this card is a specific answer to that question. And I think it's funny too how this whole reading I've been talking about how your guides have been wanting to tell you something. Maybe they want to answer something or give you some clarity, but they haven't been able to, because it's like your spiritual ears are closed off. And then we have this specific message here saying saying, not for you. And then the time card back here, your relationship card, divine timing, just like the rest of your pile 6, life path 6, almost every card here, or life path 33, almost every card here is talking about the moon or stars, or a cycle, the movements of the moon. And it says here to be present in the moment. And the first thing I got from my pile 6 was to stop moving because you were back and forth between one place and someplace else. And it says here to be present in the moment. So this is even being required in your personal relationships, to get more present and to call someone back. I just heard as well. So a parent of yours, or an aunt, an uncle, cousin, family member, maybe an old colleague or friend or associate may have reached out to you a while ago. And maybe you either forgot or just simply didn't return the call or the text. Get back to them for some reason, I just heard. Very specific, but yeah. So for sure, if you have a missed call or something like that, make sure that you call them back, because there's something there as well. But yeah, this is all that I'm seeing for my life path 6s. Thank you guys, or my 33s. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in. I do pray this reading brought you guys love, support, clarity, strength. Let me take this time to thank your guides, my guides, our higher self, amazing spirit, for these messages today. Hope you all come back to visit me sometime soon. But until next time, stay safe, stay blessed, and keep conquering the worlds. Bye, guys. All right, and pile number 7, life path number 7, welcome to your reading. So we're going to be starting off your tarot cards before getting to your oracle cards to see what advice it is that we have for your life path number today. And so the very first tarot card that we have here is the 4 of Wands. And the next card that we have is the Page of Cups in reverse. Okay. All right, so the advice here, pile 7, be careful of an offer. Someone may be coming under the guise that they can give you what you want, but the reality of it is you already have it or are capable of pulling this off on your own. So watch out for someone that tries to convince you that you need them for something, because very clearly I'm saying here you can or already have accomplished this on your own. This is also someone that thinks they know what you want, and they might look or sound like they know you or what they're talking about, but they really don't. And that's the thing here with my 7s, is no one really knows us, right? I'm a life path 7 myself. We're very quiet, almost mysterious in a sense. And I see you already having a very good idea if this person's true motives. Because with this 4 of Wands, I don't know why, but I see your eyes in this card peering through me through this card right here, the 4 of Wands. And your eyes are kind of, it's in a way where your eyes are sitting back watching, looking, observing, and already knowing what's coming to you before it gets there. So whatever or whoever this is, I think you have a very good idea as if this person is capable of what they claim they can do. Also too, I don't know, but this is a very specific message. If you're looking to make an addition to your home, make sure it's a good fit first, like a pet or some sort of adoption. Make sure it's going to fit in with your routine or your style or everything else it is that you have going on, because you don't want to overwhelm your plate with too much on it. So be careful about making adjustments where there doesn't need to be any. Something might not be perfect as well, but it is functional. It works, it's efficient, it's good, it's dependable, it's reliable, you're used to it or familiar with it. So don't change something that isn't requiring or asking of any sort of alterations to be made. Be careful of that right now is the biggest piece of advice, and I'm not sure why. But some of you may be in relationships or some sort of partnership or commitment. So don't let whatever this may be coax you out of that arrangement without first knowing and deciding that that's what you want to do. Just make sure before any changes are made that it's because you want to do it. Because whatever this is feels fleeting. This Page of Cups right here feels fleeting and not as promising as what you already have going on, pile 7. You've got stability or something reliable, and us life path 7s, we really appreciate the things that we know or can count on. So no unnecessary risks right now, okay? So let's go ahead and check out you guys' oracle cards here to see what else it is that we have going on, what other pieces of advice we have. So this is your relationship card, and it says here, reflection, and it says the energy of reflection supports our growth through the insights we get from the contemplations of self and others. Yeah, makes sense. The next card that we have here, look at this. This is what I was talking about, observer. This is exactly what I was talking about, how I could see your eyes. I could see your eyes in this And this Four of Wands down here, as well as gold may be your power color. That may be your power color. That may be a significant color for you, maybe a favorite color of yours, working with some gold, working with sunlight, something like that. Gold is really coming through. Sacral solar plexus energy, chakra areas. Yeah, that's really coming through right now. The next card that we have here is outdoors. Archangel Jophiel. Go outside, get some fresh air, and connect with nature to relieve stress and gain new creative ideas. Okay. So that's a very straightforward message here. Then we have remember who you are. Ooh, okay. Archangel Michael, you are a powerful, loving, and creative child of God. You are very loved. Okay. These two cards here are your dragon protection cards, and this one here, oh, look at that. It says golden crested dragon, crested dragon. I don't know, but like I was saying, gold looks like your color, and we have the golden dragon here. Interesting. Okay, so it says brings you higher love so that you can embody the Christ light. Absorb the Christ light. You are protected. Expand your heart and remain fifth dimensional. Okay. The next card that we have, look at that. Then we have the silver dragon card here. And it says, illuminate your potential with higher light, access untapped resources, look into your soul, see higher possibilities. Okay. The final two cards that we have is Jesus, the divine healer. Okay. Dear Jesus, thank you for your divine healing power and presence. Beautiful. And then the final card is improving health. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for your comforting reassurance about this situation. Okay. So let's go on ahead and start off with remember who you are and outdoors. So remember who you are is a statement all day coming through right now, Life Path 7, saying don't forget or fall out of character. Don't allow something or anything to make you forget who you are, what you're doing, what you're committed to, what your goals or responsibilities are. This could be as simple as you deciding, you know what, I'm going to start my own business. And this Page of Cups in reverse could be friends telling you, come on, let's go out. You deserve a night off. And of course you do every now and again. But when you are, already committed to this goal or dream, the last thing that you need is people around you that are causing you to stray away from that, because it's hard enough staying committed or devoted to things that may not have materialized yet, especially if you're working to materialize something. So that's a distraction in a way. So this Page of Cups in reverse is saying be careful of distractions right now. And outdoors is also saying get some fresh air. Nature is very powerful for you in terms of centering and tuning your own frequency, and as well as you tap into your own power, your own internal power when you're outdoors, when you're around nature and animals and things like that. Like I said earlier, I was picking up the sun. So the outdoors are very powerful for you. Remember who you are is saying like all day, you've got a lot of power that you kind of fall in and out of sometimes. And sometimes you have to be reminded of how powerful or how strong you are, how much spiritual abilities that you have. So, every now and then you'll fall in and out of that. The outdoors will really help to sort of connect you or center you into that. Moving on here to silver and golden dragons. So we have silver and golden dragons here, very regal, very promising, very prosperous as well. This is the colors of money, prosperity, abundance, and monetary blessings when we're talking about silver and gold. So this is talking about your potential and as well as, like I said, monetary blessings. Staying true or committed to your goals and vision of the future is going to put you in alignment with these blessings. For example, if this was like weight that you were trying to lose, stay committed to your goal and don't give in to the cravings or temptations, because these cards are saying that you have the potential, the inner power, and the resilience to reach these higher possibilities. So whatever it was that felt far-fetched before, Life Path 7 is very possible for you if you stay committed, grounded, and focused. Very important for you to stay focused. That might have also been why I saw your eyes in this card. Moving on to improving health and Jesus, the divine healer. So you are for sure physically healing or are in the process of healing yourself. Holistic healing may also play a part in the progress that you're making physically as well. And as for this improving health card here, I'm also picking up that this stretches outside of your health, where the angels are moving in as divine intervention on some sort of situation happening in your life. You can lean on them and trust in them to make this right, as well as Jesus may be a personal guide for some of you. He may have come through in a dream or vision lately as well for some of you. So he may be like an ascended master that really watches over my pile sevens, life path sevens here. And the observer card is freaking me out. It freaked me out the second that I saw it, because it's exactly what I was saying, how I saw your eyes down here watching and observing. It's a little creepy. But yeah, so you're closely surveying someone or a situation, pile seven, and it's because you have this deep inner knowing about something, and it is okay for you to trust that small feeling or voice that's telling you the truth about someone or a situation. Like, for instance, maybe something is telling you right now that you have to stay focused on work, so friends can't necessarily be the priority. And you may have this deep inner knowing that if you were to stay focused and miss out on some of these outings with friends, that you will see the results that you want to see, and it will pay off. Listen to these inner advisings, pile seven, because they are on the money for you. And then this card back here, reflection. So yes, you are doing a lot of observing, reflecting, meditating, and this is a good thing because this is where all of your guidance is coming in at. So keep watching, reflecting, and eyeing. There's a lot of things that you don't know how you know, and this is what sends you on that restless search for answers. You like to receive the guidance or answers and sit back and allow the universe to prove itself or to confirm itself to you. So there's someone, since this is your relationship card, that you may be reflecting on or really thinking about lately, and this is a two-way street, honestly. This other person is also tapped into this thought or remembering times with you, so that could be this person trying to come back. But listen to yourself as to if this is someone that you can trust or allow back into your space, okay? So yes, this is all that I'm seeing for my life path sevens, but it looks like a lot of good here happening for you guys. Just really stay focused, okay? And yeah, you're gonna have to miss out on a few things. There's a few things, this Page of Cups in reverse could also be saying you're gonna have to miss out on a few fun times, but that's because you're really setting up your foundation right now. You're really building up your foundation right now. You're building your future. You're building an empire. You're building something here. So stay focused. You're going to have to miss out on a few fun things, but it's all going to be worth it in the end, okay? So this is all that I'm seeing for my life path sevens. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in. I pray this reading brought you guys love, support, clarity, and strength. Let me take this time to thank your guides, my guides, our higher self, and amazing spirit for these messages today. Hopefully you all come back to visit me sometime soon, but until next time, stay safe, stay blessed, and keep conquering the world. Bye, guys. All right, and pile number 8, life path 8. Welcome to your reading. So we're going to be starting off with the tarot cards before getting to your oracle cards to see what advice it is that the guides and spirit has for your life path number. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. The very first card that we have here is the Queen of Wands in reverse, and then we have Temperance. This card keeps coming up. Very healing time that we are all in collectively right now, I feel. Okay, so life path 8, your guides and angels are here advising you to work more closely on not your confidence, but believing in yourself. It's like a different or more specific type of confidence that they want you to tap into. So there's some shadow work happening here as well. Some of you may have been dealing with the dark night of the soul or really intensive shadow work. Your shadow may have been triggered lately as well, but there's an integration happening here with this Temperance card being present. As you can see, this black cat on the Queen of Wands card is representative of her shadow side and how she's not trying to hide it. That's why he is seated right next to her on the throne. The throne is a place of power where this queen is supposed to be poised and perfect, but she chooses not to be. She opts for imperfection and authenticity as her source of power and fulfillment. So there's this facade or layer of you that is being shed or is falling away to reveal your imperfections to friends, family, loved ones, or to the public. Your need for control is falling away as well. There's a lot of trust coming in between you and yourself, as well as you and spirit. You are tired and are ready to just kind of be you without having to premeditate how to act, what to be, what to say, what to do, how to look, but instead being more vulnerable, allowing more vulnerability, showing people that you have a softer side is coming through as well. Temperance is here to show you your relationship between yourself and you is being healed, whether this is you and your body or you and your mental state or you and your health, whatever it may be. you're coming into more of an acceptance of all of you and not just the poised, perfect, put together parts of you. And this is going to heal a lot that is happening in your life right now. This is going to heal a lot within your own vibrational frequency, which is really good. And eventually this Queen of Wands is going to be upright like this, where you're just out and proud of everything it is that you are and everything it is that makes up you, you know? So eventually, like I said, this Queen of Wands will be turned around for you. It's in the process of getting turned around right now, but there's like some healing that has to happen first, a little bit of connecting that you need to do with other parts of yourself that you haven't necessarily connected to in a long time, but that's happening right now as I speak. Okay, so let's go ahead and check out you guys' oracle cards here, see what else it is that we're seeing, what other advice it is that we have for your life path number. And we have here the very first card. This is your relationship card, and it says forgiveness. Very interesting having this Temperance card down here, and it says the energy of forgiveness strengthens our capacity to let go of unwanted feelings and emotions. Yes, it does. The next two cards that we have here are Earth and Fire Dragon, and it says works with you to clear the fifth dimensional ley lines. It's time for service. When you give, you receive. Okay. That's interesting. That's interesting. Okay. Yeah. Messages are coming through. Then we have here Dark Blue Galactic Dragon, and it says helps you listen to the voice of the universe, ignite the code of your master blueprint, access cosmic wisdom, and enter higher service. Again, it's time for service, and it's time for you to enter higher service. I don't pick these cards, by the way. I've literally had to say that for every pile because they're matching up so well. Something feels like your purpose trying to come through. Okay. Yeah, let's just keep going. So we have here next passion, and it says Archangel Haniel, I think I'm saying that right. Trust and follow your renewed passion in your love life and career. Okay. Then we have here brilliant idea, and it says Archangel Uriel, yes, your idea is divinely guided. Please take action to bring your idea to fruition. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. Next one that we have, forgiveness again. It says forgiveness heals, and it says, Dear God and Archangel Raphael, I am willing to forgive myself and others in exchange for what I really want, which is peace and health. Beautiful. Next card. Wow. Leave a stressful situation behind. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for giving me the courage and willingness to take good care of myself, including surrounding myself with healthy relationships and positive situations. Beautiful. And the final card that we have here is Treasure Island. Wow. Okay. So this is wild. Let's start with brilliant idea and passion. So whatever idea just came to you is so much more than an idea, pile 8. It's a passion of yours that feels connected to your purpose here. So dive into this, because this is another reason why you're connecting so strongly to yourself. This is going to take a lot of your focus off the parts of yourself that you've always tried to change. And instead, this energy will be put into the parts of yourself that you feel proud of, like your creativity and passion or work ethic. When you spend more time with the parts of you that you love, you start to forget about the parts of you that you used to judge or criticize all the time, which is really, really healing as well. Moving on to Dark Blue Dragon and Earth and Fire Dragon. So this is your purpose, pile 8. I knew it. It says here, ignite the codes of your master blueprint. And the Earth and Fire Dragon is saying it's time for service. They both say that you're entering service or higher service, something like that. That's exactly what our purpose is, though. It is us doing a service for the universe. There's something here that you are on track to giving back, but in turn, it's going to give so much more to you. You may have a lot of Earth and Fire energy in your chart as well for this to be here. So that would be the signs Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. And the fire signs would be Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries, okay? And moving on to leave a stressful situation behind, and forgiveness heals. So there's something that I feel you need to leave behind completely, like not just cut someone or something off, but you have to part ways with it in terms of your energy. There may be something that happened that you still think about it or remember from time to time. Maybe you talk about it or vent about it sometimes. But forgiveness heals is saying it's cutting you deep every time you give this thought or memory room room in your present life. Anytime you give this memory or feeling or emotion the opportunity or stage to air its grievances to you, or to replay in your mind, it sets you back a bit in terms of healing. So don't beat yourself up and take your time, because forgiveness, true forgiveness, takes time. It starts with a simple decision like, you know what, I'm ready to move on from this. But afterwards, the real work begins, where every time that thought or memory or emotion floods back into you, you have to put a stop to it. You have to stop your normal routine of talking about it or getting angry all over again or emotional, but instead finding a different thought or activity, or routine almost, to take its place. So instead, think about something that puts you in a completely different vibration. This is how we heal, gradually but surely. And then Treasure Island here is saying, there's a lot of good for you to collect, but you have to go to this island in order to get it. An island is what? It's just a plot of land that's like surrounded by water, right? Water, in terms of energy, represents emotions and the subconscious. So there's blessings or treasures and fortune sitting on a tiny island in the middle of your subconscious or in the sea of your emotions. This is why it's important for you to calm the tides or waves of your feelings, thoughts, and memories, so that the way you can make your way to this fortune life path 8, it's hard to get here to this island in the middle of a storm, right? It's almost impossible to get to an island in the middle of a storm. A storm gets brewing every time you give your energy to these past wrongs and hurts. If you decided some time ago that you were done with that, then that means you have to truly be done with it. And if you're not, that's fine too, but take the time and energy necessary to truly deal with it. That the way you can go and claim this fortune, that the way you can truly shed and leave the stressful situation behind. And then forgiveness for your relationship card again, pile 8, there's something here that you need to forgive, because you may have told yourself you're over it, but it's still lingering in some way. You may not even be aware that it's something that you need to heal or forgive, but it will bless you tremendously when you are truly ready to release this, which is beautiful. But you have something on the way. And Treasure Island as well is talking about this brilliant idea that's just come to you. So take this idea seriously, especially if it feels like a passion of yours. Take it seriously, because there is a treasure that is being brewed from this idea and this passion here. And it has to do with your purpose. It has to do with this service that you are giving back to the universe and to yourself as well, which is really, really fantastic. It's beautiful, honestly. It's miraculous. But this is all that I'm seeing for my life path 8s, or my pile number 8s. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in. I do pray this reading brought you guys love, support, clarity, and strength. I want to take this time to thank your guides, my guides, our higher self, amazing spirit, for these messages today. Hopefully you all come back to visit me sometime soon. But until next time, stay safe, stay blessed, and keep conquering the world. All right, and pile number 9, life path 9, welcome to your reading. So we're going to be starting off your tarot cards before getting to your oracle cards to see what advice it is that we have for your life path number today. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. The very first card that we have here is the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. And then we have beautiful, the Sun. Okay. So this is funny, pile 9, but the advice here for you is not to listen to someone else's advice that you may have just received. This is because their advice is limited and unable to go past a certain point of realism. This could as well be your own guidance that you're being advised to not listen to as much, because it's coming from a place of uncertainty or fear or assumption, when in reality, this person's advice isn't as great as it could be, because this step or decision is meant for you and you only. Only you have the answers, pile 9. This exactly what this is saying, is only you have the answers. Like, yes, it's okay and good to hear from some other viewpoints and opinions, but ultimately your guides and spirit and your angels and your ancestors are saying this needs to come down to your decision and yours only, because you're the only one that can see how this will all work out. Everyone else is crunching numbers, handling logistics, and looking at something with logic or fear, and not heart and intuition or faith. This is because it's not their future to plan for, it's yours. So when it comes to your future, pile 9, your guides here are saying trust in your own decision-making your decision-making abilities. That's the advice here. As well as someone around you is pessimistic, but it's not because they don't believe in you, pile 9. They're afraid. So this may be a parent or parental figure, someone in your life that you may feel like they're always trying to hold you back, but they see it as though they're keeping it real with you. They're afraid and they don't know how to say that they're afraid to you, but they don't want to see a dream of yours killed because you didn't think things through or because you weren't logical enough. But the way they communicate it to you, it kind of kills your vibe a little bit, and they don't mean to. But this is why your guides are saying don't listen to it, don't feed into it. Just say thanks. I appreciate your input and I'll consider it, but ultimately this is my life and I'll make that decision on my own, because the Sun card here says you have a really good idea or future or opportunity, like the future is very bright for you, but it could be halted by fear that this other person is projecting onto you, and it's on accident I'm seeing here. So take it with a grain of salt, pile 9, and believe in your own decision-making capabilities, okay? As well as, like I said, this could be your own thoughts and fears kind of coming in. But for very many of you, this is another person I'm picking up here. Yeah. So let's go ahead and check out you guys' oracle cards because my battery's dying. So let's go ahead and get through these. The very first card that we have here is duality, and it says the frequency of duality supports our ability to gracefully flow with the everlasting movement among all opposites. Beautiful. It's very interesting too with the Sun card here. The next card that we have, look at that. Look. Prosperity. Archangel Ariel, your material needs are provided as you follow your intuition and manifest your dreams into reality. Again, okay. The next card that we have here is nurture, and it says Archangel Gabriel, as you nurture a child, you nurture your own inner child. Both activities are important to you right now. Okay. Very interesting with the Sun card down here. The Sun card is very interesting. The next card that we have here is Black Dragon, cocoons you so that your divine potential grows. Meditate, reflect, undergo a metamorphosis. I love that. Next card that we have is Air and Water Dragon, helps you to connect to higher frequencies. Trust your intuition, develop your psychic abilities, be open to enlightenment, express your inner song. Yeah. Okay. Then we have, look at this. Expect a miracle. Dear God and Archangel Raphael, thank you for your miraculous intervention and healing energy, which has restored the health of name of person. Next card that we have, ask your body for a message. Dear body, please help me hear your messages. Archangel Raphael, please guide me in honoring and respecting my body's needs. Okay. And the final card that we have is Unfinished Symphony. Very interesting. Okay. All right, so let's start off with nurture and prosperity. So this is a really big deal. So you nurturing your inner child's goals and dreams and wants for the future is aligning you with the Sun and prosperity, pile 9. This is why your guides are saying don't listen to it. Again, prosperity. And then nurture, it says as you nurture a child, you nurture your own inner child. And then we have the Sun card here with this baby riding this horse, like having the time of its life. For sure, this is saying nurture your own inner child. For some of you, it's your own inner child. For others of you, this could be another child that's in your life though as well. And Black Dragon and Air and Water Dragon. So you guys, do I need to say anything? This Black Dragon is trying to cocoon you from unsolicited advice and how this advice could take you out of this frequency of the Sun right here. Air and Water Dragon is talking about as well, you developing psychic abilities. So someone in your life, pile 9, may also not believe in spirituality or spiritual gifts and things like that, but do not let that stop you from connecting to your guides and angels in the universe around you, because you are onto something here. You may also have a lot of air or water energy in your chart, so this would be Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, or Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, okay? But very, very interesting here, as it's saying that you're undergoing a metamorphosis, and that's exactly what's happening. You're kind of being taken out from one frequency or energy or vibration and put into another one. And then here we have ask your body for a massage and expect a miracle. So so you may feel like something good or big or life-changing is on the way, and that's because it is. Again, we have the Sun card, prosperity, and expect a miracle. Your body is sending you messages, signs, and synchronicities. Listen to them. Do not listen to fear. And you're going to be able to tell the difference in your body when you're feeling fear versus intuitive guidance, okay? An unfinished symphony. Very interesting message that I'm getting here, but some of you are going after a dream or a goal or a future or a plan that someone close to you pursued a long time ago, and because they didn't reach it, they are scared that you won't get there either. And this may be again why your guides are saying do not listen to this person. They are scared by their own past or failures, and it's made them terrified of trying or seeing anyone else try, but you are not them. This is not their dream. You have your own. So claim it, then go and take it, pile 9, because you're going to achieve this thing. You're going to find success in it. And then duality that we have here for your relationship card. So this is beautiful. And we have the sun card here, which is the sun is the energy. It has the energy of duality. The sun gives and it takes life. It lives in the darkness, but it casts light down here on earth. So that's very interesting. But as well as this is your relationship card. So this is telling me that you may be dealing with someone that is in and out. Maybe one minute they support you and another minute they sort of like withdraw that support, but don't allow those fluctuations to affect your progress and plans, pile 9. Don't allow that to sort of throw you off course or throw you off track from what it is that you have going on, because you need to stay centered and really focused on what it is that you're doing, and don't allow this fear to sort of spill into or to sort of poison your dreams, because you're operating on this frequency right now, which is the sun. This is very extremely high vibrational energy, and the sun has mastered the art of duality. This is why he's able to give out so much light energy. So what you're really mastering here is kind of like two worlds. It's almost like existing in two worlds at once. Like I said, for some of you, this could be someone in your life not believing in spirituality, while for you, this is like, I found this thing that makes sense for me. I found my home. I found something that makes sense for me. I found something that I believe in. And it's just like those two worlds aren't going together, because somebody else is very skeptical around you or very critical around you. Or they're like, they don't believe, they don't have a lot of faith, and you are somebody that has so much faith. So it's like these dual forces or these dual energies kind of not really meshing together. But this is why you need to kind of almost like cocoon yourself, like this black dragon is saying. This black dragon, something is coming in here to protect you and cocoon you from this energy, that the way, like it says here, your divine potential can grow, that the way that your inner light can shine even brighter, that the way you can put even more into these goals or these projects or this future or this plan, or into yourself. Okay, so there's a lot of good coming to my life path 9's prosperity. Expect a miracle. The sun card, there's a lot coming here. An unfinished symphony is also saying, when you think of a symphony, you think of everything coming together and playing this beautiful song. So there's something here that you are kind of working on finishing up or bringing together. So maybe this was something that you're kind of picking up because you didn't see it through the first time, but don't let that stop you. Keep going, because there's something here that is trying to culminate, is trying to come together for you. So this is really good news for my life path 9s, but my battery is dying. So thank you guys so very much for tuning in. This is all that I'm saying. I pray that this reading brought you guys love, support, clarity, and strength. Let me take this time to thank your guides, my guides, our higher self, amazing spirit, for these messages today. Hope you all come back to visit me sometime soon. But until next time, stay safe, stay blessed, and keep conquering the world. Bye, guys.